Hello, welcome back to Sadie's Diaries. Welcome back to my diaries because my name is Sadie, right? Anyways, if this is your first time watching any of my videos, you're very welcome. Thank you for clicking on this video. But before you go, just remember to subscribe, okay? And also like this video. So, what are we talking about today? Today, we're talking about investment opportunities, ways we can invest our money. By all means, anything I say, please do your due diligence. It's not a financial advice. I'm just sharing ideas you can consider and for you to research on before you make up your mind. I'm not a financial advisor. I am just sharing my thoughts like I would share with my friends or like I would share with myself. So I'm sharing with you, okay? But today we're talking about investing. Where did that accent come from now? I'm talking about investment today, and if you've not watched my previous videos, the last one and the upper one, you definitely should watch them because they lay a good foundation to what I'll be talking about today. And I would not like to repeat everything I have said there so that this video is straight to the point, right? And it's not repetitive information I'm sharing. No matter what year people talk about investment, this is something that always comes up. Do you want to guess what it is? Let's guess. Ta-da! Real estate. The population of the world is increasing. And that means different things. That means people will need more houses to stay in, one. Also, people would need to be catered to. So we'll need real estate for hospitals, for businesses. Real estate is broad. And there's always, an opportunity for investment there. But I'll start by saying the fact that everyone is talking about real estate doesn't mean you must go into it. With real estate, you can invest yourself, buy property or, go into rental business or going to partner with property developers and build properties for malls. There are different aspects of real estate or partner with hospitality, people in the hospitality, in developing vacation resorts. It's people that own all these lands. It's people that own all these buildings. The people that own the real estate for hospitality sector, there are people there. It's not like they are superior beings somewhere that own these places. They are human beings like us. So someday we'll get there. But something about real estate I want to share today is sometimes it involves it's very capital intensive. Of course, we could get support from financial institutions to fund some of them. Other times, there's something I want to talk about today called joint venture, abbreviated as JV. So JV is where you want to invest in something, but you need other people to partner with you to make that investment. Is a term that is also used in the real estate industry. So you want to build condo apartments, for instance, and you don't have the funds for it. You can set up a JV. A lot of these exist where you find other people that are interested. You pull your funds together and you execute the project. But as I mentioned, please do your due diligence. There are different companies, organizations, people looking for people to partner with them. So if you don't want to even go into real estate investment, or if you want to be a financial partner, you don't want to be involved with the everyday logistics or operations, you could be a part of a JV. Look for companies around you or in your country and join them if after your research it's okay. So JV is one of the things I wanted to highlight in real estate today. Like is one of the ways we could invest in real estate. I mentioned in one of my previous videos last year or last 2 years about REIT. I'll write the full names of REIT. It's also of REIT. I'll write it on the screen. It's one of the ways we can also invest. It's almost like JV, but a stock version. REIT is you investing in real estate with whatever amount you have. So REIT is you investing in real estate with whatever amount you have. You can check your different stock platforms for REIT and for REIT. That's what's called REIT. And do your research on the different companies out there, and if you're good with any one of them, if they tick all your boxes, you can also invest. Okay, so moving on from real estate, I'll talk about stocks. But with stocks, as I mentioned in my previous video, you have to know your risk appetite. Your risk appetite will determine the type of stock that you buy, and generally, if you are not the most knowledgeable in that regard, it's better to do something called index and chill. It's better to buy stocks for long term and not for short term gains because, except you fully understand it, it is high risk if you want to consistently trade. So I'm not talking about trading stocks in this video. If that is something that is of interest to you, I don't know much about that. And yeah, so I know that there's a lot of profit to be made there. It's the same way there's a lot of loss that can be made there. So depending on your risk appetite, you can want to find out more about trading stocks, but I'll talk about index. So index either in ETFs, or you could do like S&P 500. No, if you want to do individual stocks, or if you want to do funds that invest in individual stocks. So if you're doing individual stock, what are you looking at? Are you interested in investing in medical company stocks, or artificial intelligence company stocks? Those are for individual companies. Check the history of these companies before you invest in them. You can also consider ETFs, where I say they reduce the risk of individual stocks, because ETFs would invest in individual stocks on your behalf, in a group of individual stocks. So instead of saying, oh, if I invest in company A right now, if I buy stocks of company A, I don't know if the stock of company A would crash tomorrow. But with ETF, you have balanced it out, because they would invest in multiple stocks, right? So if one is getting a loss, another of the stocks they invest in can be getting a profit, thereby balancing your portfolio. But as I mentioned earlier, do your research on stocks you could invest in. I've spoken about stocks, and I've spoken about real estate. The other thing I'll quickly want to talk about is by buying a business. That's one way we can invest our money. Remember, every form of investment is a risk. Your money might come back, your money might not come back. Put that at the back of your mind. But of course, there are low risk investments that we can do. They are very low risk, like guaranteed insurance certificates from the government. Those are GICs. There are different ways we could reduce our risk, right? But buying a business is not for somebody that doesn't want any form of risk. For you to say you want to buy a business, you must be open to some form of risk. So there are different type of businesses that we can buy. There are different types. There are different websites where people advertise their businesses, and it depends on what you would like to do. We could think of owning a franchise. It could be of a gas station, of a restaurant, of a coffee shop, of a laundromat. These are different businesses we can buy, or different franchises that we can own. It depends. There are even halls for sale. So if you're a person that really loves planning parties, you don't even need to love planning parties, but if you're interested in the event space, there are people that have their event halls for sale. And my dear, event halls ain't cheap to rent. So it's something that you could consider for investment as well. So there are different businesses. Just check a business website. Or if you're in the US, UK, Nigeria, wherever you're watching this from, find out websites or platforms that have businesses for sale, and see if there's anyone that is of interest to you. That is another way we can invest our money. So I'll stop here today. In summary, today I've spoken about real estate investment, spoken about stocks, and spoken about buying a business. Let me know your thoughts about everything I've spoken about today. Is there anything that stood out for you? Is there anything you want to comment on? Do you want me to talk about more ways we can invest, or is this fine? Just share your thoughts. I'd like to hear back from you, so it doesn't feel like I only spoke to myself. I'd like to hear back. Whatever it is, just please put it in the comment section. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, just subscribe before you exit, and share this video. Thank you so much. Remember to live and thrive. Bye.